Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today TV. We have two in one news to render. One is coming from Ohanes Zendibo. They are saying things that are shocking, and this time around, they're actually referring to where the loyalty of President Muhammad Buhari lies. A lot they revealed, and of course, they also mentioned another news very quickly. The Igbo youth have also declared Nnamdi Kanu's arrest what it is and what they're demanding for. Well, before we go to the news proper, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, a former National Publicity Secretary of Ohanes Zendibo, Jukes Ebeku, has described President Muhammad Buhari as unpatriotic Nigerian. Ebeku alleged that Buhari was more patriotic and loyal to Niger Republic than Nigeria, where he is the president. Speaking exclusively, the former Ohanese spokesman said Buhari would retire to Niger Republic in 2023 due to his loyalty to the country. Ibuku noted that Buhari's loyalty to Niger Republic was behind the decision to construct a railway line from Katsina State to Maradi. He recounted how Buhari, during his tenure as military head of state, supported a candidate from Niger Republic for a position of the African Union Secretary General ahead of a Nigerian. Nigeria is currently constructing a 284-kilometer standard gauge rail line enabling interconnectivity between Nigeria and Niger Republic. When completed, the railway line worth over 2 billion US dollars would connect Nigeria with countries in the West African sub-region for the promotion of trade and commerce, borrowed in Nigerians' name. However, Ibeku said when he was the military head of state, there was an opening for the position of the Secretary of the African Union, and instead of supporting his fellow compatriot Peter Ono from Nigeria, he supported one Umaru, a Fulani man from Niger Republic, as the head of state of a country. So his loyalty is not to Nigeria, but to Niger Republic, and this is why he's building a rail line worth 2 billion from Katsina to Maradi. As soon as his tenure ends, he will return to his country, which is Niger Republic. Mind you, most of the people ruling us are not Nigerians. Sani Abacha is not a Nigerian. He's from northern Cameroon. Gowon, Obasanjo, IBB, General Abubakar are not Nigerians, but the others are not. Okay, I take that again. He said, mind you, most of the people ruling us are not Nigerians. Sani Abacha is not a Nigerian. He is from northern Cameroon. Then Gowon, Obasanjo, IBB, General Abubakar are Nigerians. So, but the others are not. I guess he has his reasons for saying what he's saying. But in another news, very quickly, the Igbo youth have also decided to speak up over Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case, and this is what they have to say. The youth from the southeast geopolitical zone of the country has declared as illegal the continued detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The youth therefore urged the federal government to revisit Kanu's case and subsequently release him with immediate effect. In an e-letter issued on behalf of the group on Sunday by National Publicity Secretary of the Ohaneze Ndibo Worldwide Youth Wing, Mazi Chika at Adiele Okuloyibo, the youth also demanded that they be given a level playing field, and be empowered economically like other counterparts in other parts of the country. The letter reads, "Events in the past years has greatly challenged our resolve to continually weigh in. Igbo youth are buffeted with perennial failure of our leaders to arrest the socio-economic drift, which unfortunately has placed the collective future of Nigerian youth on the slab. We are alarmed that since the advent of Narcissist democracies, successive leaders have learned no useful lessons from our malady. Though nation building and nation branding policies are in principle available to all countries, we assert that the opportunities and potential benefits of such strategies strongly depend on countries' historical, demographic, cultural, and socioeconomic conditions." The group also said that Nigeria, with colonial legacies and a profoundly heterogeneous society and weak economic foundation, it was pertinent for its leaders to identify a homegrown solution halting this drift. The group also warned that the country was currently heading for the precipice as citizens are now at the mercy of economic buccaneers whose sole purpose is to engineer clash and divert our attention from the realities of our time. There's a paradox at the heart of the contemporary Igbo youth who rightly feels alienated and bewildered over the lack of clarity of vision. It is on this premise that Ndi Igbo youth worldwide, under the dynamic leadership of engineer Damian Okafor, demand in the following order. The group demands from the President Buhari-led federal government, including that the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari, should reject his administration's security architecture to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians and also bridge the gap between the leaders and the led. Also, the group urged the federal government should immediately declare state of emergency to deplorable southeast roads, which has turned to a death trap, that Ndibo youth should be given a level playing ground and empowered economically like other counterparts in other parts of the country so as to enable us to discharge our civic duties and expedite action on the release of 19 Igbo youth who are being prosecuted on trump-up charges, that the illegal detention of our leader and brother and son Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be revisited and subsequently released with immediate effect, that the Southeast governors should put every mechanism in place to encourage Indigo youth to fully take charge of operational runnings of our local security outfit, otherwise known as Ebubago, the group letter reads. They mention quite a lot of things. Ebubago for once, one begin to wonder, is this Ebubago, is it not more of a title than reality? Everyone just give Ebubago, Ebubago. Where is Ebubago? What really are they doing? With the level of insecurity going on in Southeast, one would have thought that Ibubago would have been up and running, but alas, we just hear them in print. Actions we are yet to see. And the demands they're asking for is really not too much. They're asking for better security architecture, they're asking for better governance. I think it's within their right to do so. And the fact that what is going on is actually worrisome. We should look into the issue of insecurity generally and find out how we can, go about these things and make a good show, of our presidency, our governance. And now calling on the President Muhammad Buhari that he may likely not be a Nigerian, that's a strong one, you must say. But the fact that $2 billion was used is a strong one as well, judging the fact that $2 billion from Nigerian cover to build the economic gap that every West African country will enjoy. Mm. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take on this? Do have a nice time. God bless.